Welcome to Math with Professor V. In this video, I want to quickly make sense of one of the most confusing chapters in Calculus 3, vector calculus. Now, students often get overwhelmed. There's so many formulas, so many theorems going on, but really you just need to ask yourself this one question over and over. Am I computing work or flux? Because basically that's all you're doing. Now let me show you how it breaks down. I'm going to fill in this chart with you. And the more you understand how it all comes together and you can fill it in or complete it on your own, you'll be in business. The better off you'll be. So let's start on the left. Notice I have two rows because all we're computing for the most part in this chapter is work or we're computing flux. When we first studied work in the beginning of the chapter, we were given a vector field and a curve. So the way that we computed work is we evaluated the line integral of that vector field f dotted with dr. All right, that's a line integral. Then we studied a little bit more and learned about flux. Now, when you're learning or computing flux, you're looking at a vector field crossing a surface. So how did we first study or evaluate flux? Well, it was a surface integral of our vector field f dotted with n ds. N is normal to our surface. That's a surface integral. Now, we practiced evaluating work and flux using the definition, using these integrals, and then the magic comes in. We learned Stokes' theorem and the divergence theorem. They basically bump you up a dimension and allow you to compute work and flux more easily. So Stokes' theorem, let's recall, that helps you compute work. Stokes' theorem. And remember, it's a surface integral now, not a line integral. So surface integral over S of the curl of f dotted with n ds. Good. That's to compute work. Then you lastly usually learn the divergence theorem. And the divergence theorem allows us to compute flux. It replaces the surface integral for flux with a volume integral for the divergence. So you evaluate the triple integral over E of the divergence of f dv. And usually these two are easier to compute than the direct definition. Notice we're bumping up a dimension. This line integral becomes a double integral, surface integral. This surface integral becomes a triple integral, goes up a dimension, goes up a dimension. And then you might be saying, wait a minute though, Professor V, what about Green's theorem? Really, Green's theorem is just a special case of Stokes' theorem when you have a vector field that's only two-dimensional, when you have P, Q, and 0. Then you have Green's. Really, that's all it is. So when you compute the curl of f and your vector field has 0 for the z component, then you obtain the following. You get del q del x minus del p del y after you dot it with the normal dA. And that's Green's. That's all it is. So this Green's theorem for work is Stokes' theorem on a vector field with 0 component for z. Not so commonly used. There is a version of Green's theorem for flux, and it's the same thing. If you don't have a vector field with a third component, with the z component, then it's double integral over d del p del x plus del q del y dA. All right? So that's it. If you can kind of envision this chart in your head or even complete it yourself, then you're going to be in a much better place than most who are taking this class. So all of these compute work, all of these compute flux. That's pretty much all you're asked to do the entire unit, okay? Now, this is a good big picture overview. Of course, you want to see examples of using each of these theorems. I hear you loud and clear. So part 2 video is coming out ASAP. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are on. That way you won't miss out. In the meantime, you can check out some other videos that I've put together on vector calculus. They're all linked in the description. Stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Math with Professor V. Love you all so much, and I'll be back sooner than later. Bye.